Kingfisher. Playing the Warp Spider Exarch. He's going to be facing up against Chairfriend and his Apothecary here. Honestly, good map for the Warp Spider Exarch. Bad matchup, I would say. Dealing with extra tanky ASM. Not good, not good. As if the ASM don't give enough problems for the Warp Spider Exarch as it is. Now you got an Apo heal. And knockback and control. It's going to be a rough time for the Warp Spider Exarch, but we shall see. We shall see. It is a good map. The big size of it and all these pieces of impassable terrain. Very useful for the Warp Spider Exarch, and if you know how to use the exploits, even better. Check it out, guys. We got some scouts that lack capes. And what happens to scouts that lack capes? They get wrecked. But tactical marines without capes do not get wrecked. They're pretty good, actually. How those Guardians did not bleed a model there, I'm not quite sure. But that really sucks for Chairfriend. And he needs to get them the hell out of there. Just retreat, man. This is so risky with the Banshees. Just need to proc a special, send these guys flying. Apo makes his way back now. I guess, yeah, he was capping over here. So normally you don't want to split your Apo and your Tactical Space Marines, but I understand why he did it in this instance. Because he's only gone for one Scout Squad. So presumably we're going to be seeing double tax. Yeah. Gone for one fast gen, which is really weird if you want to go for double tax. In fact, he's gone for... Okay, yeah, okay, makes sense. Weird to go for devs, but it makes sense given what he did. He went for the immediate node over here, so this is like 2 gens. With the node and the node there, and then the other gen. So, yeah, that's standard for devs. Typically with devs, you go your node and 2 gens, or you sacrifice one of your gens and you get another contested power node. However, to go Devastators against Eldar is extremely anti-meta. I'm not sure what exactly Kingfisher is watching to make him eat that grenade like that. Maybe his Warp Spider Exarch hadn't quite retreated yet? Don't know.
We must save the lost ones.
Apo shouldn't be eating this damage like this. This is not worth it. He could just run up and start killing models with his pistol. Man. Chairfriend, not like this. It's not worth. It's so weird to go devs against a spider who can teleport in and just melee them. Of course, Rangers feel very free as well when the enemy goes for a Devastator. Literally a sitting target for your long rifles. But it looks like Kingfisher's making the exact same mistake here, just trying to cap in the front of so much ranged firepower. I mean, I don't understand. Very slow reaction there from Chairfriend on his devs. They should have been positioned over here ages ago. Just literally turn them around, face this way, and then you can run the tax back and bait the Banshees in. I don't think the Devastators had actually fired yet, so Kingfisher wouldn't have been aware. Man, he's being very, very, very defensive with these devs. Banshees could just walk forward, out of line of sight, and keep capping. I wonder if he's going to go for a fast tier 2 here, if he's going for ASM. To not get ASM if you're playing Apo against a spider is mental.
I sense the spark of Eldar life being extinguished.
He's so vulnerable to the melee. No Doombringer. No Mind Warrant grenades. No Fortune Guide buffed Banshees. No Merciless Witchblade. And just one squad of Banshees. Yikes. Getting the kills in. Spooky things. Grenade? Nope. Okay. Oh, he goes for it. He goes for it. Yeah. A little bit late there from Kingfisher. I like that he went for it though. So yeah, Chairfriend is just going tier 2. Really, really bad build against the Watt Spider Exarch. But he's keeping his gen farm, so I mean, he's not like losing. He's obviously behind MVPs, and he's a little bit worse off for map control, but you would expect that because he's gone for this fast attack, so I think that's fine. But it is a really suboptimal build, this. You can still get the ASM in tier 2, so right now we should be going for a Razorback, get it out ASAP because it's gone for the fast tech, and then get ASM out afterwards. You already have the devs to counter a Wraithlord with a las cannon. And there you go, bait the Banshees into the devs. Now Kingfisher there, that was bad. Because he's seen the Devastators, he knows they're on the field. Why did he waste the kinetic pulse unnecessarily on Tactical Marines for a few seconds of them stopping shooting? It doesn't make sense. And again, Kingfisher just teleports right into the face of the Devastators. He's clearly not thinking at all. I mean, this is a strategy game. I dare say you do really get rewarded for thinking. I don't know why he's not infiltrating his Rangers either. They're gonna get wiped right now. Just has to shoot them with the scouts. Yeah. Bizarre. I do not know what Kingfisher is doing there. That's very, very strange. I mean, damn. I mean, it's pretty silly. It was silly first to charge the Banshees in, completely forgetting, oh shit, last engagement, he had Devastators. Yeah, there's probably Devastators back there. Now my Banshees have to retreat. That's silly, but I'll let you off. You forget in the heat of the moment. You'll be doing a lot of microing. Fine. But then to teleport the frigging Watt Spider Exarch in to melee the tax in the exact same spot. What? What are you doing? Of course you're just going to get suppressed and forced off. Very weird. I don't know what Kingfisher was thinking there. You can see he's got a lot of power right now. No surprise, he dropped down an extra generator, so he's been running on 4 generators for quite a lot of time right now. It's going to be a Dreadnought from Chairfriend. Pretty safe to go on the assault cannon with it, because yes, that obviously will get thrashed in a 1v1 against the Wraithlord. If a Wraithlord comes out, but it's fine, because you've got Tax, which can get a missile launcher, you've already got Devastators here, which can quickly get a las cannon, buff them up with the combat stims to make them do extra damage. Happy days. So I would be getting the Assault Cannon Dreadnought ASAP. And I would probably be upgrading my Tactical Marines to Stern Guard as well, to be honest, at this point. But actually, realistically, you should just call down a drop pod and then make them into Stern Guard. That would probably be the best thing to do right now. So Kingfisher sees the Dreadnought. He's going to go for a Fire Dragon squad. And I guess right now the melee Dreadnought's fine for these kind of reasons, but when you see the Fire Dragon squad, you're not going to want to be melee, you're going to want to be Assault Cannon. But Chairfriend is floating way too much requisition right now. This is completely unnecessary. And look, there are always advantages to waiting to see what purchase your enemy will make before making your purchase in Dawn of War 2, but you have to weigh that with the snowballing effect of getting more units, having more map control, inflicting more bleed, bashing their gens. And this is an unacceptable amount of float. Nearly 1,000 requisition for Chairfriend, so not only should he be noding these power points as soon as he caps them, right now he should be drop podding in more tax and turning them straight into Stern Guard. 100%. And then when he sees the fire dragons, honestly, you could go get P-devs then. Because these guys, they are heavy infantry, so P-devs will do bonus damage to them, and it hurts, man. It hurts. Obviously, he does have a What's Better X-Ack, well not anymore, because Kingfisher's just let it die for whatever reason. Against tax and cover. Again, I don't know what the hell he's doing. But that What's Better can't tie up the devs and the P-devs, you know what I mean? I don't know. Chairfriend's going to go tier 3, which I also think is... Well, I don't know. It might work. I don't think it's a good idea. I think you should be putting the pressure on. He's floating like crazy. Poor Devastator usage here. When he had his tax here and he sees... You count the amount of Eldar units coming in this direction, and then you see them running across here, you should immediately be rotating that dev to face that way. I know one thing was happening over on the other side with the Apothecary, but it was only one Guardian, like, I don't know. Ooh. Yeah, they do get in there. They do sneak in and kill him with the grenade. Well, that's Chairfriend down even more units, but to be honest at this point you could just call in Terminators. And as good in terms of DPS as Fire Dragons are, the Fire Dragon's just not really tough enough. Again, combat sims will be very useful. We'll see what he wants. Please tell me he's not going for a Land Raider Redeemer. Please tell me he's not. Would it be a Predator? Now, to take tier 3 after just getting a Dreadnought seems... and then go for a Predator seems... very inefficient, because you know that the enemy's already going to be getting AV to kill your Dreadnought. We'll see. Obviously, a Predator right now would be fine. Fire Dragons alone definitely do not counter a Predator, but he's going to go for a Devastator squad. Yeah, this is ridiculous. He floats 1,000 requisition, then he goes tier 3 to get a Devastator squad. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Why? You could have got literally 4 Devastator squads like 5 minutes ago. You're going to wait all this time to get 1 dev. Why? Why does that work now, and 4 of them 5 minutes ago wouldn't have worked? It's completely illogical. But Kingfisher's bleeding like a bitch on her period. So it's keeping Chairfriend in the game. We are going to see a Wraith Lord. That will be okay against the Dreadnought. Dreadnought is level 2 right now and it's still in melee form, so it will beat the Wraith Lord 1v1. But of course, that's what Fire Dragons are for.
Eminently possible.
I really don't understand this Devastator purchase. And now he's just going to wait for a Land Raider? Strange. I mean...
This node is vulnerable anew.
You're against an Eldar, that's kind of brave. Wow, Devastators... Why did they just de-set up? Huh.
Deploying the Bright Lance cannon.
I'm kind of at a loss of words here. Oh, they can't set up there, they're just going to get naded. Hey, base out the nade. So it's going to be a full push here onto the Gen farm from Kingfisher, but obviously this is way too late. He can get a Land Raider Redeemer. What is Chairfriend doing? Why is he floating this much? Yeah, I wish I knew. What is he doing? He's just indecisive. What? He could have got a Predator so long ago, though. Is that not bizarre? What's going on here psychologically? I don't get it. Well, this Wraithlord is putting itself in a very, very bad spot right now. Even if Chairfriend wasn't tier 3, which Kingfisher should know, this Devastator squad could be getting a las cannon, which would snare the Wraithlord and do a tremendous amount of damage, so repairs or not, you're going to get wrecked. Of course, there's actually a Predator coming, so... yeah, good luck, Wraithlord. Terrible play from Kingfisher there to go into base with the Wraithlord. Terrible. That all he needed was a las cannon. He didn't even need a Predator. Now Chairfriend could easily be going for another Predator, but all you should do here is drop down Terminators. Predator plus Terminators. Kind of an impossible combo really for Eldar to handle. Yeah, here we go, we got the Terminators. I mean, Kingfisher's done, right? He's done. What can he do? His Fire Dragons can't even kill a Dreadnought. Never mind a Predator and Terminators as well. If he wins this game of VPs, I'm going to be fuming. I'll be fucking fuming.
One of our structures is under attack.
I mean, it's really hard to see how Kingfisher could win this because, man, he's going to lose Fire Dragons in retreat now to Terminators. How's he win this? So he can get a Fire Prism and he could somehow, maybe, kill the Predator with a Fire Prism, even though the Predator can just rush it down and win 1v1. But even if he does, the Fire Prism's going to be pitiful against the Terminators. He's massively behind on VPs. If he goes to Seer Council, then he has no counter to the Predator. And obviously an Avatar is going to come out way too late, he'll run out of VPs, and even if an Avatar did, it can't catch the Predator. It takes about 6 years to actually kill the Terminators, so... this was a game.
We are losing a requisition point to the enemy.
This was a game. I mean, I don't know, guys. Maybe you need to be watching the replays before you send them in, because this felt like it was a stomp in favour of Chairfriend all game. I don't know what the hell Kingfisher is doing, man, with his micro. It's like he's barely even conscious. There's not knowing what you're doing and being a bad player, and then there's this level of micro. Seriously, the Fire Prism's damage on Tactical Space Marines recently has been absolutely colossal. They were level 4 attacks. I don't believe they... Did they ever change the Fire Prism against infantry? Because damn, it seems effective recently. But yeah, it's going to be the GG. I guess I will have to double this up with another replay because that was not very close. And Chairfriend kind of stomped your boy Kingfisher there. Which is weird because Kingfisher is kind of experienced, but I don't know, maybe he's just super distracted. Is what it is. A little bit of Space Marine APO action. Very, very strange game. A lot of suboptimal builds there, but that's going to be all for this one. Well, actually, there is going to be another one, but you know what I mean. On to the next one, I guess. Top it out. Well, the Chaos Lord is wanting a challenge right now. Let's see if Stray can get a challenge. We've got a 2v2 here. We've got Miggs playing as the Lord Commissar on the side of Stray. And he's going to be laning up against... Oh, we've got an IG mirror, an LC mirror, a hard mirror. on this lane on this side. Primal Pattern's going to be taking the red team Lord Commissar, and it's going to be Diplomacyfailed playing a commander knob. Very fitting that the Orc failed at his diplomacy. I guess that makes sense. A sneaky git like this, he probably gets you into the room and then stabs you in the back. And then your boys come to save you, and then he blows them up. Jeez. Let's see how he does. He's going to be facing off against Stray. So Chaos typically do pretty good in the early and mid game against the Orcs, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes here. These guys taking a long time to catch their natural requisition point, but a lot of aggression coming here from Miggs, and it means that, well, there should be two in the middle, but the shooters are just idling right now, so that gives you a little heads up of what kind of game this is going to be. Oh, right, the heretics just get completely wiped here by Diplomacyfailed. So Stray, too busy focusing on his Chaos Lord, so he doesn't move his heretics to get wiped. Diplomacyfailed does the exact thing in reverse. Well, fortunately he didn't get anything wiped, but was too busy focusing down here and idled his shooters, which could have helped get rid of the Chaos Lord a lot sooner. So either way, both of the red team players here are going to be pushing onto the power farm of Stray, but there's not really much of a farm to bash. They can probably get the decap, and they probably should go for it. No, they stopped capping for some reason, I don't really know why. I think the commander knob right now should be infiltrating and going for that cap. Well, whatever, sluggers can as well, that's fine. So Miggs did get the bash on the far side, but he didn't get the decap, so they can just rebuild the gens there. Looks like they're building the node back. He's coming to help force off the red team here. Probably a good idea that the Sentinel took this route to escape and not going through the middle again. Oh well, the Chasm hits to help him out. A lot of idling here from Diplomacyfailed. I don't know why he's just completely forgot about his shooter boys. Maybe he's not familiar with the faction. But you know, generally, if you're not moving around multiple sluggers, you know, oh, I should have two shooter boys right now. I only just retreated one. Where's my other shooter boy? And as soon as you think that, you just press 4 on your hotkeys, right? But, I don't know. He's on another planet. He didn't realise he has his shooters get wiped. So... the gens do come back up over here, so the power income actually right now is favouring the red team because they've got a full pair of gen farms, whereas the gens here that Stray is meant to be defending aren't quite ready yet. We're seeing spotters here, which is a bit weird from Miggs because he's not fighting any setup teams, so I don't really know why he has spotters, and he's apparently going for double spotters. Yeah, weird. I mean, I guess the mortar shells and the incendiary shells could both be pretty nice in tier 2 against enemy IG, but it's not going to be that helpful in tier 1 when you're not even fighting setup teams. Non-setup units can obviously just walk out of the area of the normal abilities from the spotters. So we'll see. Possibly could kill the Sentinel here. The big problem when you're in the IG mirror is normally you get used to the fact that your Sentinel can just back off away from everything because it's faster. But that doesn't apply when the enemy also has a Sentinel in tier 1. So yeah, I think you should get it here with a Commissar Pistol if nothing else. Yeah. OP Commissar Pistol. And Sluggers just got wiped down here. Pushing into double grenade launchers, that's very weird. Don't know how you lose your sluggers to that. Grenades, obviously, ranged weapons, so they don't do that much damage. There are some Havocs here for Stray. Just using them defensively to protect the farm. Really could do with finishing off their gens here. I don't know why they're not fleshing it out. Neither of them apparently willing to buy it. Miggs should definitely be buying that. He's flowing quite a bit of requisition right now. So I guess the way that this is going here is that Miggs is getting outplayed by PrimalPattern, but Diplomacyfailed is getting outplayed by Stray, so it's keeping the game relatively even. I feel like blue team should be in a better position right now. I just don't know why they took so long to replace their gens. Pretty beautiful little mortar strike there. They're going to get another one. Not going to be quite as good. Still juicy. Flamers are actually really strong in the mirror. Obviously the Guardsman squads have a lot of models, so the AoE from the Flamers is pretty sexy. There's talk of making Guardsmen be able to just swap freely between the Flamethrowers and the Plasmas in tier 2. Obviously they have to pay each time, but you know, right now if you get Flamers in tier 1, you can't get Plasma in tier 2. I don't know how I feel about that, but there's definitely talk of it, that's for sure. What I will say is, if that's the case, then you should pretty much always get at least one Flamer against Orcs, Tyranids, and IG. And probably even Chaos as well, actually, for the Heretics. Chaos if they get multiple Heretics. Because the thing to note is, if you're repairing your Sentinel, then even if an enemy is meleeing you, all the guys who aren't repairing, which is literally like all 8 models, you know, only one model actually manually does the repair, all of them will shoot at things in front of them. So then you just, if you have Flamers, obviously something that's meleeing you, it negates the main weakness of the Flamers, the lack of range. So you can force the Flamers to fire. I mean, it will be brutal against things like Homagons and Heretics. And shit, even Sluggers. But we'll see. We'll see if that change even goes through. I've still got a bit of a funny throw up. As you can tell, because these will be uploading quite a bit later than the first video in which I complained about this, I like to do binge casts. Because, you know, I don't have time to be dedicated to casting every single day. You're not always in the mood either. But yeah, it's frustrating when my voice gets wrecked. I need to look after the voice. So Artillery Spotter's not going to do much against Ogrins, that's for sure. He is going with this Incendiary Shell play, which, you know, we could see it wiping some Guardsmen, some Cadishans, we'll see. They will take a lot of damage, but not having Cadishans himself, Miggs, is going to really struggle to deal with the Ogrins. Yeah, Diplomacyfailed right now is getting absolutely wrecked. What the fuck was that? What just happened? Why did he kaboom there? What? Why did he kaboom? Huh. I do not know why he kaboomed. Very strange. Well, he lost his shooters as well, so he is really struggling right now. Only got this weird boy. But Stray is only going tier 2 now for some reason, and he still hasn't built the full gens. Oh my god, what are you doing? You've got 600 requisition in tier 1. Build the 3rd gen, my guy. Jeez. Okay, there we go. We got an actual decent kaboom. Maybe? I don't know. Not a lot of XP. But there's 3 things in retreat. Maybe you kill some heretics with it. Probably another extension here from the Sentinel. Gonna get killed when these open fire. Yeah, but the Incendiary Nades putting in their work alongside Flamers. Oh, come on. Yes, kills the Commissar. Very good for Miggs. One of the Guardsmen dies. Oh, and I thought I seen Miggs going for the Ogrins as well as PrimalPattern, but apparently not. Instead, he's got Assault Kit Stormtroopers. Well, Stormtroopers that are currently upgrading to their Assault Kit. Of course, having the Flamers here means he's going to be getting the Gem Bash really quickly as well. So we've got the tanky melee hero upgrade there with the Carapace armor and a little bit more HP on the Xenos Power Claw. I feel like the Commissar could have stayed in a little bit longer there. You get the knockback immunity when you've activated your shield as well, so like there's no real risk of getting wiped. Come on. Full retreats instead though. The lack of Cadishans, I mean, I don't know how you're going to kill these Ogrins. He's only got one Guardsman, and it's Flamer as well, so he's got no Plasma for the Ogryns. Ogryns are just perfect here. And Primal Pattern, if you didn't notice, does have the Aura of Discipline, so that will help support the Ogryns. It heals in an AoE around the Commissar, and the heal gets stronger, well, it gets weaker the more units are around the Commissar. I was going to say it gets stronger the fewer units around the Commissar. That's a weird way to say it. It just gets weaker the more units around them. And it's models, not actual squads of units. So the Ogryns are really good, because there's only 4 models. I think it heals them something like 350 or 450 HP for the unit, each proc. Which, it procs fairly often. Like, it procs with... oh god, I was so confused then. Yeah, so when there's fewer than 10 models around them, it will proc every 8 seconds, healing 12% the HP of the units in question. So, do the maths. Pretty good heal. It's like a 200 HP heal or something. And then as the Ogryns level up, it will get stronger and stronger. But yeah, Diplomacy failed right now, just going tier 3. I don't know, I guess he doesn't know what he can do in tier 2 anyway. I mean, it's clearly just a skill diff down there. But Primal Pattern is just focusing on pushing this side. Perhaps wants to be helping his teammate a little bit. I feel like they should go over here, bash this, and try and secure this gen farm. It's interesting, in spite of Primal Pattern having these, what you would think would be basically immortal Ogryns, he nonetheless keeps losing his gen farm, and I guess that's the power of the Flamers. Ooh, a nice grenade there on the Ogryns. And they're so tanky. They're only level 1 as well. What's going on over here? IEDs and mines dropped. No detection here from Miggs. Well, he does have the flare from the spotters, but no normal detector. Gonna secure the mid VP, which is something he needs to do quickly because they are falling behind on VPs, obviously losing this natural up here. And with strain control of the natural down on this side. So we've got some commandos now for Diplomacyfailed. I'm going to assume that he called them in using the global. Gets them in cheaper. I believe it's 0 power cost, in fact. Which is important because, yeah, they're lacking power right now with the red team. Big time. Stray's getting a very late Dreadnought out. I thought he was already tier 3. I guess not. No, he's tier 2. Primal Pattern has turned these Ogryns into Bullgryns. That will make them even more durable and give them passive damage resistance to ranged attacks courtesy of their slab shields. However, they lose Use Your Red, which takes away quite a lot of their offensive potential actually. Ooh, that was pretty brutal. Yeah, the double incendiary, I can see why he likes it against the IG. You can see what it does there to the Guardsman, but I mean, okay, I was gonna say, how are you gonna kill the Bullgryns? He's going to get a Bane Blade, that's how. Which is fair enough, I guess. Diplomacyfailed could do with getting the rocket launch here for his commando knob, but it's awkward because it literally would be all of his power, which doesn't feel great. I think knobs could do pretty damn good here. The Khan Marines will be awkward. Obviously knobs will win 1v1, but the Khan Marines will definitely do good damage. Oh, he's going to blow up his own generator right now. Not much more to say about that one. Bullgryns are going to push all the forces here back into their base. Fair enough. Kadashan's finished off the bash. They've got the natural VP once again, but they don't have the mid. Yeah, I think Primal Pattern's big mistake here was just constantly pushing up too much onto this natural. He needed to support this side and clear this farm. And I don't know what Stray is doing. Unless it's somehow bugged, why the hell do you only have 2 gens here? Still, floating crazy amounts of requisition. Drop the 3rd gen, my guy. God. Chill out, Stray. It's just a fucking guardsman squad. I don't know about calling 2 just because there's a guardsman squad. Not that Primal Pattern really has a big army. He's only got Kadish's Bulgarians, Commissar Guardsmen, but... You know, generally when you call 2, you do it because you've got 2 players pushing you. Not because you've walked forward to the center of the contested area of the map and you've encountered 1 player's... Well, 1 unit from 1 player and the army of another player. That I wouldn't say 2 then. Because when you... Oh, nice block capping, Diplomacyfailed. I mean, Diplomacyfailed, obviously... a very new player. But his little blob of rockets here is doing very good against the Dreadnought. This is going to be a dead blood crusher. These are a lot of rockets right now. Tank busters and double commandos with their knob. Okay, Conmaries get the wipe there on the tank busters before the Bulgarians can get in and actually use their zappy zap ability. Don't know what it's called. Forgot. It does AoE suppression around them. Rocks. Interesting. Oh my god, that was a beautiful rock placement. Holy shit. That was beautiful. Literally just one-shot the Havoc, so now Bulgarians can just get into melee with his Chaos Dreadnought. It needs to get out of there. Even with its 20% melee resist. Not enough against the Bulgarians. It will fall. Chaos Lord can help out though, disrupt it. I don't think that Chaos Dread is going to die. Yeah. Well. Lehman Russ hits the field, but we now have a Baneblade for blue team. Blue team's resources just look insane. I don't know what they're doing. They need to just get more units. If I was Miggs, I would be getting Kassakin. And dropping down a repair bunker around here. Repair bunker could be tricky though. This blob of commandos with their rockets could kill a repair bunker pretty damn fast. A little bit of an optimistic let the galaxy burn there. If he did manage to get that off, that would have been brutal, but... yeah, I mean... doesn't have the durability for that one. BB is bugging. Yeah, I'm guessing it's just pathing things, the spotters blocking it. I don't know. Or is it the IED? Is the IED preventing the Baneblade from driving forward right now? Haha! Yes! It is! It is! Haha! Yes! I love it! I don't know why this mechanic is a thing. It's an entity and you can't stand on it. So this little circle here is big enough that it prevents the Baneblade from driving through because it's too big to get through this gap. It happens with webway gates as well. It's a bit more sensible for webway gates since they are, you know, buildings and they're a bit bigger. But the fact it works with an IED is absolutely hilarious. I love it. Love it. Well, Miggs, if you're watching, now you know. In future, when that happens, drop a flare down with your spotters in that area. It's probably an IED. Or a webway gate. Hilarious. So the Baneblade is going to be sent for gem bashing duties. Absolute MVP IED. Never blow this thing up. Imagine being able to prevent your enemy's Baneblade from driving from their base down to here. Class. Absolutely class. So what's going on over here? We've got a Chaos Predator now for Stray. I find that exceptionally strange, given that there's already triple... is that quadruple commandos on the field, which Diplomacyfailed loves to blob up because his micro is a fail. If I was Stray, not like it really matters because Diplomacyfailed is obviously a very new player, I think Chaos Terminators would make a lot more sense than a Chaos Predator. Though I do like the fact he's going for the Nurgle Pred. That is the best form of Predator that he could get right now. So, Primal Pattern. Where is that Lehman Russ? Has it just gone to the east side? Yes, it has. Okay. Well, Stray needs to kind of get out of here, to be honest. We've got the Vanquisher. Should probably be chasing down the Dreadnought. No, he's running away from a Chaos Lord for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, you're kidding me. 4 HP on the Chaos Dreadnought. Kadashan's in melee and retreat. Should be able to kill this Chaos Lord. Yeah, okay, good. Good. Okay, now I've managed to get the revive here. Can now start gem bashing. Pretty healthy power income though for the blue team, to be honest. Don't think they're gonna really care about this too much. Miggs is fuming. Miggs is fuming about that IED. If only he knew, right? It's so funny. And Stray's like, just move your units, bro. You don't know how to micro. And he's like, no, it's not working. I'm trying, man. He can't drive. Why does an IED do this? It's so stupid, but I love it. So stupid. Was that a rear armor hit? Slightly odd. Look at this disgusting blob. I mean, let the galaxy burn, proving pretty damn helpful, but wow. Yeah, a lot of DPS. Perhaps some Terminators? Yeah, we've got Terminators, Torpid. Okay. Where's the Nurgle Pred? Chilling back here, okay. Yeah, the Terminators are pretty spicy right now. He's getting a war truck. I bet Diplomacyfailed is a Company of Heroes player. Going for the classic late game war truck, you can just park it here and reinforce. Look at the HP! Oh wait, no, he cancelled the Nurgle Pred and turned into Corn. Oh, what? That's weird. And I mean, you've seen why. It just doesn't have the HP to survive against all that AV. Jesus. Bizarre. So, Bulgrins are just going up the left-hand side. I like that play. They're just so hard to dislodge. The super heavy tanks had to move over. And of course that means that Red Team should be able to retain the mid. That was a bit silly there from Miggs. Dropping down the incendiary nades on the units here, and then they just walk forward to cap. Should just put it on the point. Commissar did come in eventually, but still. Man, he just doesn't get it. It's so funny. It's just so dumb. Oh no, the Emperor's Wrath on the Lehman Russ. Okay, he does dodge it, he does dodge it. No, the IED went down! No, the worst thing. The worst thing. Now the fucking tanks can drive through. Must replace the IED. Yeah, this Baneblade's gonna be a problem. I mean, it shouldn't really be. Like, come on. Look how much AV there is. Weird boy? You okay, mate? Bulgrin's gonna go over to that natural VP again. No? Gonna go mid? Alright. Man, this Corn Predator is such a bold choice. I mean, it'll be able to kill the war truck very quickly. It's not focusing it though. Oof. Is that's a rocket run? Oh god. Oh god. Goodbye. Goodbye, my dear friend. Suppress the Bulgrins with the Baneblade right now. Oh dear. Still another commando squad putting out a little bit of DPS here. Vulgrims need to get stuck in. I mean, would be pretty good against the Baneblade. Probably do need a little bit more HP though. They would have walked straight into a Demolisher Cannon right there. So they're going to back out. And is this Dreadnought going to fall? Maybe? Pretty low. It is level 3 now actually, so looks like it's got no HP, but it is actually technically 243. Can't believe this War Truck has not died yet. It's just been sat there sort of goading the enemy, showing its ass the whole time. Weird Boy going to get on that cap. Cadishans are now taking the natural over here, so... Oh, the Incendiary is just wiping the Guardsman. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, that's why Miggs likes the double spotters. That's not the right positioning for the War Truck either. I don't know what he was doing there with the War Truck. Driving it that far forward. I think Miggs kind of shit himself. He's like, whoa, is there sluggers coming out of this thing? Nope. No, he doesn't have any sluggers. Hasn't had them for about 15 minutes. Now that's going to be the War Truck taken down. Lehman Russ going to rotate over. Do we have a Demolisher Cannon in retreat? I guess not. Could have wiped the Cadishans. Yeah, I think they're kind of screwed now because there's no repairs. So Primal Pattern's going to be getting another Guardsman squad in order to repair this Lehman, but this Lehman's going to have to be extremely defensive for now. It's on like 20% HP at most. What's Miggs saying is bugged? Bugged lol. Bugged. What's going about? Commando spam. It is funny when spam starts beating you. I mean, that's when you've really got to assess your own game knowledge, because, you know, clearly Diplomacyfailed is not as high skilled as Stray, yet a mindless spam is causing him trouble. But, you know, he went for the Corn Pred, which compositionally and strategically was not a good idea. So he's facilitated this a little bit. But, you know, you could get Raptors. Raptors could be pretty spicy. Probably don't want tier 3 Raptors. Oh, wow, he's going for Lightning Claws. I don't know about that. I mean, nothing counters the Lightning Claws, it's just it doesn't inflict much bleed onto the opponent anyway. I think really this should be it. Well, I guess it all comes down to Primal Pattern. In fact, actually, there are some nukes. But Diplomacyfailed right now is getting absolutely wrecked. I don't really know what he's doing. He's fighting Lightning Claw Terminators in melee, which is very, very ill-advised. In fact, he's not even moving his units. I don't know if he's crashed or something. Well, he retreats his Weird Boy there. Oh, and he was looking over here at the Baneblade to drop a rocks, which did okay. 50% of the Baneblade's HP gone there with a little bit of chip from the Lehman Russ. The Baneblade was lacking the line of sight. Juicy Demolisher Cannon there onto the Bulgrins, but and another rocket run it's going to be. What the hell did that just wipe? Wiped out both the spotters? Not too useful. But okay, now we're all just throwing nukes. We're all just throwing nukes. Baneblade honestly probably could have been backing off that whole time. Pretty bad micro from Primal Pattern, honestly. Could have drove that Lehman Russ back a long time prior. And that is going to be both the Lehman Russ is going down and the Baneblade as well, so I don't know. Look at the flash gits from Diplomacyfailed. I mean, this is like watching bots fight at this point. It's like a boxing match where one person's got one arm and one person's got one leg. It's like watching a cat try to bury its own shit on concrete. Well, what can you do? So 1-to-1 cap, the Bulgarins are going to be on the middle here. We've got Melter Stormtroopers moving forward. Going to attempt to kill on this Predator. Can you believe that this Corn Predator is level 3? I can't. There were 4 commandos in the field earlier and a commando knob. I think it's going down now though, thanks to Le Emperor's Wrath. And indeed it does. And the cap wasn't prevented either, so it is that 2-to-1 cap, but there's no units. How does Miggs have no units? I don't know what's going on here. Now he goes for a Stormlord. We have 200 points remaining. I think Castikin might be quite handy right now. Commissar should be able to force off the Cadishans here. I don't think they want to fight this guy. He's a bit thick right now, level 8 for God's sake. With that carapace armor. I wonder why Diplomacyfailed wanted the late game Storm Boys.
Keep trying, little one.
I'm convinced this player has got about 5 games with Orks, because it appears he doesn't have a clue what he's doing. But I guess the blasters are okay against the Terminators. Man, his micro is ass. Jeez, my guy. I think you need to be playing turn-based games on your mobile phone and playing an RTS. But, you know, I appreciate the effort. We've all got to start somewhere. I hope it is his first 50 hours, though. If it's not, I'd probably just give it up and go to the mobile games. Pokemon Unite is pretty good, actually, in spite of some OP recent releases. It's guaranteed 10-minute games. So, you know, when you're adulting, it's pretty handy. You don't end up spending all night. It's pretty cool. It's free. I'd recommend. And use my referral code down below in the description. No, I'm joking. You can't shill that, otherwise I would. Well, guys, that was a 2v2. And I don't remember who sent it in, but thank you. We really appreciate that. Can you just give thanks in the comments, guys, if you appreciated that replay? And even if you didn't, you know, because it was such a good replay, it definitely needed sending in. But if nothing else, we did get some laughs out of the IED. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that. I knew that happened with web brigates. I didn't realize IEDs did that. That is truly quite comical. And it now makes me wonder, if you fully surround a VP with IEDs, can you stop an enemy from capping it? Maybe. Who knows? That's all for you guys this time. Torpid out.